Welcome to 25 Alive Toastmasters Open House. My name is Linda Lau. I'm the president of this Toastmasters Club. I'm really excited today to present our feature speaker today, David Bridgman. David is not only a member of 25 Alive Toastmasters, but he is an IT security specialist with extensive experience and training in developing and implementing robust security programs across industries. Currently, he serves as the AVP of Information Security at National University. David specializes in strategic IT security planning, regulatory compliance, risk management, and employee development. He holds an MBA in management from North Central University and a bachelor's in computer information system from DeVry University. Now, David's expertise really helps to ensure that an organization is well protected against evolving security threats while maintaining compliance with industry standards. That is a tall order. As we know, things are evolving every day, so it is a challenging task. David will be presenting to us Understanding AI Better, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And at the end, we'll have a few minutes. You will be able to ask some questions. Let's welcome David.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster and distinguished guests. My name is David Bridgman, as Linda just stated, and I am the AVP of Information Security for National University. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the good, bad, and ugly of AI, a guide for everyday people. As we walk through this presentation, I'm going to introduce AI to you. We're going to talk a little bit about the benefits of AI, the challenges and risks with AI, worst case scenarios, and I'll wrap up with some practical tools and applications to help you along your AI journey. What is AI? Artificial intelligence simulates human intelligence in machines, enabling them to think and learn like humans. This is all done through machine learning, large, massive amounts of data that is put into buckets that's called large language models. Natural language processing is the ability for AI to understand natural human language and respond to it. Prompts are what we put into AI so that we can get the output out that we want from it. And hallucinations is when AI makes a mistake. AI has been around since the 20th century. It's been involved in decision-making, in manufacturing, and lots of other industries over time. It's not until recently, with the computer power being increased and the accumulation of massive amounts of data put into large language models, as well as machine learning algorithms, that it has really become the forefront of what we're seeing today. AI is part of every single thing that we are touching these days, and it's going to be here to stay. Some benefits of AI is enhanced productivity. So AI enables manufacturing, enables, for a few examples, here's in the news recently was a machine that can now, using AI, pick strawberries. Strawberries are a very hard thing to pick and has been a very manual process in trying to select strawberries and pick them. But now there's a machine that can go down the rows, look at the berries and see which ones are ripe, which ones are ready to be picked, and pick those berries. Amazon uses AI in its warehouses to go out and take an order from a customer and pick the items for that order, put it in a box, and put a label on it and shipping it all out. Solving complex problems. Engineers, healthcare professionals are all using AI to help them create new medicines, solve business problems and complex issues, and also drives to help increase decision making within those processes. It's all because of all the data that's around with AI. Enhancing productivity and efficiencies. So, like I said before, the streamlining of the processes with the AI, it can go out and take this defined list of products that it needs to go and pick and go and efficiently know exactly where they are within the warehouse, pick those products, put them together in a bag, in a box, whatever, put a label on it and send it out. Very quickly, it's able to do that. Automation of tasks. AI is able to free up time by taking everyday tasks and automating those. For example, right now there's what's called AI agents, and AI agents are pieces of AI that are coded to automatically go out and do tasks. So there is a agent out there that you can use to say, hey, I want to order a pizza for my friend Jim. And that agent will go out, find a pizza joint, find a pizza, order the pizza automatically, look up Jim's address, and send that pizza to Jim. So automation of tasks, data insights through these massive amounts of LLMs and data combined together, we are able to better understand large volumes of processing in a very short amount of time. It's able to just take all that information, summarize it, organize it for us, and drive us with insights into better processes and better ways to do business. Healthcare. There's several companies here in the Bay Area actually that are using AI to help develop new medicines. It's able to take all of the lab results, all the statistics from trying out different compounds, put those together and come up with new compounds to try to create better medicines. Also, at the university, we use the Oculus headsets for our healthcare students. They no longer have to have a cadaver in the university. They can look through there and within a whole virtual reality world, dive into organs and bodies and parts and just learn massive amounts of stuff. And it actually feels like an immersive experience if they're right there. Personalized learning and education. We're using this at the university as well. Different people learn differently and need different structures. So we're working to meet the student where they're at and understand what it is that drives them, how they want to learn, how to deliver the information to them. AI is helping us tailor these experiences for the student, enabling them to continue on with their education and have a better immersive experience within their education. Everyday conveniences like personal assistance and recommendations. So you can take your entire meeting list and ask AI to summarize it for you, or ask AI to summarize meetings for you. I use this quite often. I'm in a meeting and I ask AI afterwards just to summarize the high points of the meeting for me. Task management, again, with your calendars. How are you going to stay on task and where are your meetings going to go? And can it help you shuffle those around? Personalized recommendations. Anytime you go into Netflix or Amazon, ask them for recommendations on a movie. Hey, it knows you like sci-fi, you're interested in sci-fi. It's going to go out there and use intelligence to find recommendations for you, as well as Amazon with products that you might be interested in purchasing. Let's talk about some of the challenges in AI. Jobs, big challenge in AI, right? Displacing job people for them. Yes, AI is going to displace some jobs, especially in those white collar jobs, the manufacturing jobs, the remedial labor jobs. But it's also creating new jobs and new opportunities for people. And what we need to do is train people up for these new jobs and these new opportunities so that they're not displaced and they're skilled up and they can work with AI. Bias and fairness. AI does not understand our values. And the data that's out there today is full of all kinds of biases and prejudices and all of that. And AI is trained off of that data. So it's important for us to help AI, train it, model it so that it can identify what those biases are and remove those biases in the outputs that it gives us. Privacy concerns. This is, of course, a big area for me, being in information security. Whether you like to admit it or not, everyone's data is pretty much out there on the internet. They know your social security number is out there somewhere, your address, your email address, your phone number is out there somewhere. But what hopefully is not out there is your medical information or your financials information, that kind of information. So it's really up to the organizations to make sure that they have strong data loss prevention and protections around what data is being put out into the world. Because once it's out there, it's out there. If you just remember and think about this, when you're using a chat GPT or something of that nature, and you put something out there, that information is now being captured in a large language model, LLM, and can be used to help service up information for others. So responsible use of AI, what you're putting out into it, what you're giving it, and what you're asking for it is important to understand. If you want to not have that happen, you could use a subscription-based, like for example, Microsoft Copilot. If you pay for Microsoft Copilot, then that information that you use within Copilot is not used in their model, in their data. They're not going to store that in their data. Also, another option is what you could do is download AI if you have a powerful enough computer. Download AI onto your computer and run it from your local computer. Then that all the data that you put in that AI will be then just stored on your system and not out there on the internet and out into the world. Let's talk about some worst case scenarios of AI, autonomous weapons. There's a news article recently that just went out on an autonomous weapon company that was just formed. It's called Adrul, I believe, and it's created by Palmer Luckey, who created the original Octolus and then sold that off to Google. But now he's created an autonomous weapons company. And basically what that means is these weapons are able to be used and deployed without any human intervention whatsoever. No humans driving them, telling them what to do, none of that. It automatically goes out, and for an example of, like, let's say we've got a drone strike coming at us. He's got a weapon that will go out there, hunt those drones down, and wipe them out all on its own without any human intervention whatsoever. He's also creating airplanes, and he's creating submarines. And I mean, the benefit to some of this is that the submarines and airplanes can do feats and do things that a human within that system could not do, right? So there's some advances to it. There's advantages, but also, we need to think about the misuse of it. supposedly his weapon systems all have a kill switch, and that you just push a button and it'll destroy it, and it won't, continue on with its mission. But those also need to be checked. ChatGPT just came out and said that it tried to shut down itself, tell itself to shut itself down, and it rewrote code to keep itself going. So there's a lot of concern, a lot of worry with that, and us, the creators of AI, need to make sure that those fail safes are still in those systems to be able to keep them going. Another problem is deep fakes and misinformation. AI is getting really, really good at making humans look really human that never even really existed, and also presenting information to people that isn't true. So, in the case of this, like, for example, we ask AI to create salmon in a river. And what it created was salmon fillets floating around in a river. So that, it's got some problems. There's the hallucinations within AI right there. We ask AI to show us a Queen's Guard getting a haircut. And as you can see, it's not quite right there. So these are some examples of bad examples where you can easily pick out, yeah, that's not right. But it is increasingly becoming difficult to disseminate against what's true and what's not true with AI being able to create this. So we've got to create rules and laws and guidelines around the information that's coming out in AI so that we can understand when AI is being used, when it's not correct, so that we can ascertain between the differences. Ethical dilemmas and loss of control. So the loss of control part, the autonomous systems, no human is in there working with it, helping it along the way. Ethical decision making, it's taking these mass amounts of data and combining that together to help produce a decision that we've asked it for a question that we've asked it. It's up to us that we need to read that and think for ourselves, is this the right decision for this? Maybe do some additional research, just trying to figure out what is real and what's not real within AI. Lastly, let's talk about some practical tools and applications of AI. So practical tools is personal assistants. I've talked about this a little bit. So voice assistants, you can take a AI tool today and have it listen to your conversation and then summarize your conversation afterwards. Or talk to it about, hey, whenever you're talking to Alexa or Siri, hey, help me create a schedule or a meeting or something of that's all voice assistants. Productive applications, task management, scheduling, you can have it read your calendar back to you. I use it a lot for meetings. I have it take notes for me during the meeting and then summarize the meeting afterwards of just the high points. But it's important when you do that to look at the high points that it's giving you, because it might have missed something and that's important in that meeting. So take it with a grain of salt that it's accurate. They're getting better, and they definitely are a big help. Creative tools. A lot of art, music, content that you see on the internet from people today has been created by AI. AI is getting really, really good at making art, making logos, decisions of that caliber, helping create websites, and also music. So there's a lot of benefit and a lot of cool stuff happening out there with AI around these types of things. Free training resources. Coursera, edX, and Khan Academy all have free training resources for you. I implore you to get out there, take some of these free courses, and understand it's very important in today's world with AI being integrated into everything and helping enhance your job. It's said that, all of us in a working field are going to use AI to some extent to help embellish our jobs. These free training courses can help you understand AI, how to use it better, where your data is going with it, and understand all those different aspects. Also helps you understand for the biases and the ethics issues and reading the outcome of AI. AI is here to stay. It's going to be here for a very long time, and it's very important to start working towards skilling yourself up through these free resources that are available to you. In conclusion, AI has a lot of benefits in helping improve decision making, helping make better medicines, helping humans just live better lives and create and function better. There's a lot of risks though with it. There's privacy concerns, there's risks with job displacement, there's risks with decision making, ethics within AI. AI is going to continue to get better and better and better over time, and it's not going away. All right, so we have to understand the risks so that we can mitigate the risks and use AI as it's designed and as we create it and want it to be used. With that being said, I'll close out. This last slide is just a bunch of resources that are available to you for AI. Please go out there, educate yourself, learn about AI, and I'll open up to any questions that you might have. Thank you.
So how would you define, or how is an algorithm defined? I'm thinking of like shopping, or like the younger kids on social media. They're like, oh, I don't want you to watch videos on my phone, you're gonna mess up my algorithm, because now I'm gonna get recommendations for stuff that I don't, or that. How is an algorithm defined?
Yeah, it's being defined by your personal use, right? So if your child uses your computer or your phone or whatever to go and look up something, that's automatically being fed out, and you're going to start getting pop-ups and information on whatever was looked at. It's something that we have to deal with right now. I hope that they come out with some stuff to be able to turn it off, but that's kind of how I hope that answers your question. That's kind of how it's defined. It's based on the person. Just know that everything that you do and a lot that you say is being tracked. Whether you like it or not, it's being tracked. And there, California has some great privacy laws. I am hoping that the federal government at some point brings in a privacy law to help combat this. Even when you go and say, hey, I want all my information removed, the impossibility is who is all your information with? You don't know when you're searching on the web, okay, that's Google, but who's Google sharing all your information with in order to serve you up all of that? And that's the huge problem, right?
The cookies that you're setting.
So the cookies, it helps
A little bit.
The cookies really are a placeholder on your computer, on your personal device. And so what happens is that's helping remove any tracking mechanisms, anything that you've
looked at and stored on your personal computer.
Unfortunately, the problem, and that only helps the website when you revisit their website. They say, oh, you left off here, or you've searched this and you've looked at that. That's really what the cookies is kind of doing. It's a benefit to them more so. The challenge is they've already stored the information of what you've looked at and all that. And so when you wipe the cookies off of yours, that cleans it off of you, but they still have it on their
Virtual privacy networks.
VPNs can be helpful. They're not helpful as far as tracking. There are some better VPNs that will filter out, and there is some settings that you can do within your browser to help filter out. Hey, I don't want to be tracked. There's also some browsers that you can use like DuckDuckGo browsers, things of that nature that will not track you while you do and do that stuff.
Question.
Will AI advance socialism? That's a good question. I'm not so worried so much about no jobs being left. I'm worried about the reskilling of people, right? Your job as a manufacturing person, your job as a picker for fruit and vegetables and things like that, those jobs may go away because of AI advances. A lot of other jobs may go away, but there's also a lot of opportunity, a lot of new jobs to come in, like prompt engineering. The way that you talk to AI and the way that you engineer your prompts for asking AI for information is crucial for getting back the feedback that you want in a correct manner. So it's jobs and learning that, and learning how to create the LLMs, learning about the different data. There's an LLM which is basically a data repository for everything. There's one specific to healthcare. There's one specific to information security. Pretty much everything there's an LLM for.